Hello, amazing entrepreneur. It's Tash Corbin here, and welcome to another episode of the Heart Centered Business Podcast. This is episode number 218, which means all the relevant links and show notes can be found at tashcorbin.com/218. In today's episode, I'm going to be telling you to stop wasting money in your business. And I'm going to help you with 5 ways that you're potentially wasting money right now, just so that you can be aware and make the decision of whether or not it's time for you to stop that wastage. So let's dive in. I'm Tash Corbin, and this is the Heart Centered Business Podcast. These days, with so many opportunities to buy solutions, buy courses, and invest in ways to grow your business, it's really difficult to tell if what we are investing in is the right decision for our business. There are so many investments that have potential return on investment that might not be there, or that feel like they're a really good idea, but then you think, oh, I don't know, is this actually where I should be investing my money right now? And there can be a lot of wastage in our business expenses in particular. So what I thought I would do is give you 5 ways that you might be wasting money so that you can keep an eye out for these things. And perhaps as you listen to this podcast episode, something might jump to mind for you, and you can sit down and really assess, is this the right investment for me right now? So, number 1 place where I see wastage is buying courses, particularly self-study courses, when what you actually need is a mentor or a team member to outsource to. So I did this myself. I bought a course on how to create a website. Should have just paid someone else to build me a website, and ended up having to pay someone else to build me a website anyway. I paid for a course on Facebook ads. I should have just hired a Facebook ads manager. I knew enough about Facebook ads that I could have hired a Facebook ads manager and known basically what it was that they were doing and what they were talking about, but I could have tapped into their expertise and them looking at all of the ads and managing everything. I should have outsourced ad stuff way sooner, but I did 2 separate courses on Facebook ads. So for a lot of us, we look to courses when it's actually not a skill we need to be learning. It's not something that's going to be in our wheelhouse. It's actually something that we should be getting someone else to do in our business. So that's definitely a big one. And also that buying a self-study course when what you really need is someone to have a look at what you're already doing. So I see this a lot with people with launching. They think that they need to learn launching and do launching courses and all of the different bits that go into launching courses, best high conversion webinars, how to run a challenge, how to structure a launch, how to systemize a launch, how to do ads for launch, how to do freebies for launch, all of those sorts of things, when actually working with a launching mentor would have been a way smarter investment of both time and money. So buying courses when you need to have a mentor or outsource it to someone to do it for you can be a really big source of wastage in businesses. Number 2, and this is a big one, and again, it's definitely been something that I've done, is paying for more reach when the reach you've already got isn't converting well. So I see this for a lot of people. They'll do their first launch of a course or program, and their first launch didn't particularly convert well. They blame it on the fact that they didn't get enough leads or enough reach. So then they stick $10,000 in Facebook ads or $5,000 in Facebook ads behind it. They get 10 times the leads, but they still get really low conversion. So whenever you are investing in something that's giving you more reach, so whether that be ads or funnels or freebies or any of those opportunities that are getting you lots more reach. So for example, like SEO of your website to get more traffic, getting someone to do Pinterest for you, or influencer marketing, those sorts of things, they're all getting you reach. I would not be embarking on any of those until you know that when you get people into your world, you've got good conversion rates. And for most people, when I say that, they then go, what's a good conversion rate? And I say, well, what conversion rate have you got? And they're like, I don't really know. So go and find out what your conversion rate is first. Then instead of looking to someone else to tell you what a good conversion rate is, invest 3 months in trying to improve those conversion rates and feel like you've done everything you know and need to do in order to maximize that conversion. and then go invest in reach. So that would be the order in which I would do those things. So number 2 wastage is investing in reach when you haven't got great conversion. Number 3 is investing in things that you don't use. So how many people have got an online tool or a subscription to something and they've been meaning to get to that and they don't actually use it? Maybe you're in a membership and you're not actually engaging with that membership each month. Maybe you have an online tool or a platform that you have been meaning to get around to setting up, but you're not actually using it. Those things that you don't use, but you're investing money in, it's wastage. So really get honest with yourself. Are you likely to fix it in the next 30 days? No? Cancel it. Most online stuff, when you go and cancel it, they then try and keep you in by giving you a super duper discount anyway. I know I got really peeved off at a few of these that I went and cancelled a few months ago. I was like, if you had told me that I could have had it at this rate, way back when I first joined up, I probably would still be a member to this day. But now you've given me the discount, it's too late, right? I'm cancelling it. So make sure you go and get rid of those things that you're not using. Most people don't do it because they think, oh, well, it'll be more expensive when I come back and do it again. Or, it'll be more expensive if I let it go and then I have to come back as a new client. But for most things, when you cancel out, actually, they'll do everything in their power to get you back as a paying customer again into the future. And I've even had that where I've cancelled something. They gave me a 30% offer when I was leaving and I declined it. But then I sent I saved the customer service email address and I sent an email 6 months later and said, hey, I was a customer of yours 6 months ago. As I was leaving, I got offered this 30% discount. I'm thinking about coming back. Could I have the 30% discount now? And they said yes, and they gave it to me. So if there are things that you're not using, go and cancel them. That wastage doesn't need to be there in your business, and you'll feel like such a grown-up. Number 4 is where you are investing in all education and no implementation. And this can be a big one with those self-study courses again, but you might invest in like going to conferences or virtual events or workshops or courses or programs, memberships, and you're just learning, and you're not actually implementing or changing anything as a result of that learning. So something that I do for myself is for every hour of consumption, I have an hour of creation. So I balance content I consume with content I create. Content that I consume with actually implementing things into my business. So if I enroll in a course and it's 3 hours a week of learning time, then I put 3 hours a week into my calendar of implementing learnings from that course. And if I don't have the capacity to do the extra 3 hours of implementation, then I don't have the capacity to do the 3 hours of learning. So really focus on balancing consuming and creating, education versus implementation. And then number 5, and I reckon this is going to make a few people cringe when I say this, is when you keep trying to solve the same problem with similar solutions that don't work. So I have had several issues in my business where I just keep spending money to try and solve the problem, but all of the solutions are kind of the same, but just a different person with a better sales pitch, or they've convinced me that it's going to be different in some way and it's not actually different. So if you've got a particular problem that just keeps coming up over and over again, and you've done 4 courses on how to get your niching and your messaging right, for example, invest some time with a VIP mentor and get some one-on-one support, because clearly it's not working for you. Or maybe you've been trying to put together a course or a program or a launch, and you've done 6 different launch courses, and you just need to get a different way of solving this. Maybe you need to hire a launch manager instead and just get someone else to do it for you. Or maybe you're trying to get your content up on social media. You've hired 6 different social media content VAs and no one ever seems to get it right, and it just doesn't ever seem to get fixed long term. Stop trying to solve the problem with the same type of solution over and over again if that solution is not working for you. So there you have 5 ways that you might be able to stop wasting money in your business very quickly and easily. Some leakage of money that might be going out of your business that will help you to improve profitability if you stop it in its tracks. Now, if you are looking to grow your reach and grow your business without investing lots of money in it, I have a great free resource for you at the end of this podcast episode as well. And that is my $0 Facebook marketing strategy. So if you did resonate with me saying stop spending money on reach when you're not actually converting, this training shows you how to, with $0 ad spend, get high conversion strategies working on Facebook so that you can know what's going to work before you start investing in that reach. So if that's something that you're looking to do, highly recommend you come over to the show notes for today's episode at tashcorbin.com/218 and grab the link to the $0 Facebook marketing plan. Now, I also would love to know from you, this is going to be like confession time in the heart-centered community, listening to this episode, what has been your light bulb or aha? Head on over to the Heart-Centered Soul-Driven Entrepreneurs group, use hashtag #PodcastAha. Let me know you've been listening to episode 218 and what is one out of those 5 leakage areas where you're going to stop wasting money now. What's been the aha? What's been the light bulb? Or if you have any questions, of course, you can ask them as well. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of the Heart-Centered Business Podcast. I've been Tash Corbin. You have been a fabulous listener. And until next time, I cannot wait to see you shine. Bye for now. Would you like more tips, tools, and resources to help you grow your heart-centered business? Head to tashcorbin.com today.